All right, so State of the Faction Address. This is my first one. As I recently took up high com about a couple weeks ago from 2/3. This is kind of just how I'm overall, like how I'm running the stuff, and just like what each and every part that BO is doing right now being recorded and will be put on a video into announcements, and it's also live here on the stage for any questions that I can answer after. But yeah, if you don't know me personally, as if you've never met before, I've been in BO for about 3 years now, close to 3 years. May 27th will be my third. I've been through a lot of divisions, ranks, different positions. I've been high com multiple times, on and off with some real life stuff. So yeah. But other than that, for the people watching the video, hopefully you enjoy the Sea of Thieves gameplay while I go over this. But first thing I want to start with was ranks. So recently obviously changed the ranks, brought it down to L0 through L10 system, where one of our goals was to make it harder to rank up, and also in general just to bring down how many ranks we had, because 15 is a lot. It was the original way of BO, and I was iffy about changing it, but this is something that's been like wanting to been changed since 2/3. When he was up here as H3, it got put down pretty fast due to poor planning. But I had Wyvern, my high comp secretary, go through it. I'll talk about him a little later. But yeah, had him go through, plan some stuff out, made sure everything worked. But right now we're kind of in a maintenance week that started about 2 days ago, Monday, May 12th, and I believe we're gonna end around Saturday-ish, the 17th. Basically we're converting everyone's ranks and making sure they have the proper requirements for that rank. Right now we have a lot of people stuck at L2 due to basic combat being required for L3. So hopefully we can start hosting that. I'm gonna try to host it. Maybe I know Wyvern hosted that one yesterday. Not sure how that went, but hopefully it went good. But these rank changes, hopefully they'll benefit us. Not only it'll like use our creds more, but it'll actually like push the members to get their ranks if they want it, and give them more opportunities for stuff like that. Also like leadership, SEO, the weekly apps a little earlier than the old ranks, and also hopefully it'll improve event quality, because for L1 you need BT, and I'm not sure if we're gonna make it where BT is the only event you can attend if you're L0, but we'll see if we do that or not. Besides that, there probably will not be any other rank changes right now. Hopefully we're gonna limit high com to just 3 people. Right now we have about 5-ish. Yeah, we have 5. Strawn, Wyvern, kind of, so maybe 6. Yeah, Wyvern, Amelia, Epic, Pandemic, and me. We're gonna try to get that down to 5, and really decide which roles belong in high com, and which ones we actually want to keep at the highest 3. Besides that, CO ranks are gonna pretty much stay the same, and COs will not change. They've done their changes, and I'm pretty sure they're pretty set. I mean, nothing we really want to change with them anyways like that. Yeah, that's kind of ranks. Hopefully we'll get that done soon. Also, we're gonna probably change out the names for them. Not sure what Epic proposed for that, but we'll hopefully see that soon once we finalize the names, and then possibly some insignias like they have in like the US Army and foreign countries, at least foreign to me. I'm American, but not sure what we're gonna do for those images. We'll see what Epic makes for us. Besides that, I think that's about it for ranks. I'm gonna move on to divisions. Right now, we recently split BSC and BAC again. It was merged for a while there under 2/3 control due to we want to centralize our transport divisions into one general division, so we can have what's it called? We can have like more leaders and officers to host that division. So we merged them together. But due to the poor planning, poor execution, overall poor communication, we reverted it back to BAC, BSC. Epic then made a thing that main divisions and subdivisions are no longer a thing. It just didn't work, and it was kind of a weird system in general. But new rules have been put in place for that, and you guys can always check out divisions if you're wondering how that whole system works there. But right now, overall, BAC, they're still kind of building up there. Some new deputies, new directors. I saw some progress. I checked them out for a little bit. I've been going around and looking at those divisions, but definitely BAC is making their progress. I've seen events, a good amount of them, private tryouts in general, creds, so we can get more pilots and stuff like that. Flying in patrols or whatever event it may be. BSC, another division, a part of that merge that we unremoved. BSC is overall nothing too bad. They haven't had any major changes. I'm still seeing some progress forward from them after the unmerge. We just recently had a new deputy been put in there along with that. So hopefully they keep moving forward. I've seen some events from them, not too much, but once we get summer coming up and finals are over, we'll definitely probably see a spike in events there. BOW, they've always been kind of just chilling back. I've seen pretty good things from BOW, lots of good work. They got good director, deputy set in place. Nothing really wrong with them. They were gonna I believe merge BOW, BOC into another separate kind of division, along with an ACS into another generalized division, and then have separate branches. But that'll be talked about. Right now, I'm not really a fan of it. Don't really want to. Not only just to keep that division, and to kind of have their own independence in that way. I'd rather have that. I mean, knowing especially BOW with how good they are doing, and have been doing recently. So we'll see, but probably not soon if we do end up doing it. BOC, I really don't have much with BOC. Really, they're chilling. They've been in tourneys. I've seen some comp play from them recently in divisional event logs, which is something I like to see. They got a good director and deputy. They're keeping activity. They're keeping up good reputation, and they'll just continue doing what they do. And we'll see how they play off. In general, all of these divisions, I do not believe we are keeping the rank requirements for them. So if you are wondering and you want to join one of those divisions, I would definitely hit up one of their officers and ask them about their rank recs, because we removed the L3 plus from the rank requirements, so divisions have their own independence on that choice. So yeah, definitely hit them up, ask them what you need to join if you're looking into that. Let's see why we unmerged. I said that earlier. Just like I said, poor communication, poor execution, and it didn't help with how the divisions were with each other. They're not the best. They're kind of like opposites, but that's not really the main reason we did that. But it was definitely it was definitely noted when that happened. And overall, Epic, he's not doing pretty good. I believe he's been working a good amount with departments recently, kind of letting divisions do their own work on that. But I'll definitely hit him up and see how that's going. He has his roadmap posted in the channel there, so you guys can always check that out and see where his priorities are at as of right now. Besides that, that's about it for divisions, I'd say. I'll move on to departments. Overall, departments, they've always been kind of in a stag state, and recently, we're always trying to get them to go back and be active and doing as much as we can. Lore is being integrated into commission officers. Recently, there's Pandemic has opened up that channel, lore channel, and he's been posting stuff there. If you have that lore ping, you can see those. He just posted one today about an hour ago. So yeah, if you guys are into lore, definitely check that out. But I believe he has good intentions for that department, and hopefully that keeps running there and we keep getting more and more posted, and then maybe some operations if he ever wants to do that. FA, right now they are not really doing much with FA. I believe someone requested for an operation from another faction recently, so maybe we'll get that going, see what Epic does with that. Maybe we'll post some more. Hopefully we get FA back up. It wasn't one of our major worries. Our reputation was, I believe, it's decent. It's definitely gotten a lot better with some recent good ops that we did, so that was definitely good. And then hopefully we can keep building it with Epic working on it some more and more after he gets some more high priority stuff done, because that is one thing I wanted to focus on is the new H3 is like mainly high priority stuff, like figure out what you want done and what we need done in order to do other things, instead of starting a bunch of new projects and then getting caught up and then quality going down in those changes. So I'm gonna let him focus on those divisions and departments, other departments as of right now, like new deputy or new heads for those if we need them, or just overall people in those departments to run them. And then we'll definitely work on FA a lot. I believe we have a good foundation for them right now that we can use. Community engagement, that is our game nights kind of guys. They host they do those IOTDs, I believe still. Yeah, we got IOTDs. It's been a while since they've posted one. But yeah, they're overall just engage with the community. I mean, it's right there in the name. It's being run by Stingeman right now, one of our M2s, and he's doing pretty decent. We've had some game nights, and maybe some movie nights. If you guys ever want to join that and host those, definitely do that. Hit him up, get you in there. Recruitment, we're gonna probably add some stuff onto the ad, make it more engaging. Pandemic hit me up about that, and we'll see what we're gonna add. I don't think too many ideas have been tossed around what to add on it yet, but we'll see what we can get going. That is my phone, sorry about that. We'll see what we can get going for that, and maybe change it up and bring in as many people as we can. That reminds me, let's see, how many people do we have in the server as of right now? We have I think it's near like 4,500. So yeah, hopefully we can bring in more people, especially during the summer, at least summer for me, I should say. Bring in summer people and get that activity up. RGE, it's, I mean, pretty simple right now. There's not really much going on with them. They're just keeping, how they've always been, taking requests, building stuff, and helping out officers and event hosts in general like that. I really don't have much for them. You could always hit up, I believe, I'm not sure if we have current head for them. They've been in a weird kind of state. Let me quickly check. We have Bacon as our RIG head. So yeah, hit him up if you have questions for that, or you can always check the department channel for that, and get those requirements in there. All right, next, HiCom. Overall, who do we have at HiCom right now? CTO is Mr. Pandemic. If you don't know what CTO means, that is Chief Training Officer. They just lead our commission officers, the backbone, the guys that host your events here and do some logistic work. They sometimes help us as HiCom, and overall just give support to the members. Pandemic's doing some good stuff. He's got a new system kind of in place for quota, where officers can focus on the events they want to do instead of forcing them to meet a certain requirement every week. It'll hopefully bring more quality to events, which is one thing we've always been looking for, is officer quality. You can never stop getting better officers, better OITs, better events. So with this new system, definitely have them focus more on, instead of throwing out a bunch of events and just completing quota, instead, you know, I want to work on this operation and then host it, you know, and then have a really good operation and a bunch of people like it and want to come back. So that's like the hope we have for that. I believe that's his way too, and I'll have him come up here at the end after I'm done recording this video and we do the stage questions. I'll have him come up and add anything else. And then his system with just assigning certain roles to certain officers, ETOs to certain OIs, so they kind of manage each other. Not manage each other, sorry. Have certain OIs manage officers, so it's easier for them to focus on certain officers instead of having one big overseer and not getting as much time with them. So yeah, that's been going pretty good. I have good intentions for Pandemic. I'm glad I put him as my CTO, as my replacement. So yeah, next we have Epic. Nothing much with Epic. He comes in every now and then. His activity's been a little stagnant, but he's definitely been active in command discussion with, like I said, the new ideas for like the rank names and the photos, and department work, and stuff like that. Hopefully we can get him hosted once or twice, because I know you guys like to see the HiCom a little active, and I gotta be like that too. I should be hosting for you guys, and I do apologize for that. I had AP tests, and I got finals up next week, so maybe I can get something in this weekend, but I got some family in town, so we'll see how that works. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Epic's doing pretty good. You guys can always hit him up for any divisional department questions. Definitely let him know. He's your guy. CSM, she is Amelia. That is our command sergeant major. Leads our NCOs. They are logistic works, our background stuff, the ones that manage our webhooks, and keeps them up to date, like stuff like that. Definitely props to them. They do all your AP, your promotions, and they did all of our ranks changes. So props to them. Thank you for that. Definitely glad to have them here, and they're doing pretty good progression. Not sure if Amelia will be in here for that, for this little stage thing, but she's doing some good work. Me, just overall, I'm going through everything. I'm doing this here to make sure you contracted know what we're doing. I know that's been a thing where contract is left unaware of, you know, our commission officers, NCOs, HiCom especially. So yeah, I'm here doing this. Possibly doing a HiCom code of conduct, kind of overall just addressing what it was required of us, and just overall displaying that we need to do this, we need to follow by this, those kinds of things. And then I'm just going around keeping HiCom in check, working with Wyvern on bigger, more general products, and stuff like that. If you have any questions on what I'm doing, I can definitely send you a more detailed thing so you guys have more of an idea, and it doesn't look like I'm just kind of sitting back. I'm trying not to be like that, but let me just get through schooling, and I'll try to be a little more there for you guys, because that is definitely something I told 2/3 I would definitely try to do more, is more activity with you guys. Like I mentioned earlier with that HiCom hosting events, to keep us engaged, the community, like that. Next, officers. I'm gonna go a little faster with these because we don't got much of them, to be honest. I mean, you know, stability is overall, I believe, better. I truly think that officers have been better. I think they like this new system. I'll definitely have to hit up Pandemic on that, and see how they are feeling on it, with this new quota and the new overall, like, OIs managing certain commission officers and ETOs managing certain OIs, and then certain guys managing certain OITs. Yes, definitely better. General statements, and like goals, it's always officer quality. That is one of our biggest things. Operations, I believe there needs to be more operations. Those are some of my favorite events to host and to join, and I know you guys have a good thing for operations. Pandemic has sent out some polls on those, so we can make them the best we can for that. And CO quota, I already talked about that. That was one thing on the agenda I wanted to mention. But yeah, I've gone over that, how it's kind of based on more quality worth now. NCOs, overall stability for NCOs pretty good. Like I said, they're always managing. There was some problems with not enough push in the NCOs, so I believe this CO core incorporated the logistic class into OIT, which will push more stress onto the NCOs to do the logistic work, because there was some like backup there, and overall just not having that stuff done. So hopefully that pushes the NCOs to fight for their quota now. Sounds a little weird, but that's always been like a thing where they've had to like fight for that quota, and then it kind of gives more drive into them, and then increasing that activity there. I've never personally been an NCO, but some of the work that I've done with NCOs is definitely fun. It sounds a little weird because you're doing points, webhook work, and docs, but overall, I mean, that was something I like doing, especially doc work, because I always like to make operations and that kind of stuff. But besides that, good stability. Goals, just more, like I said, pushing for as much activity we can with them. I know one big thing is we want to get all the webhooks updated and checked on that, so you guys are fully up to date and everything makes sense. And quota overall, like I said, I mentioned it, more force to work more and that kind of stuff, based on how much the COs do, or OITs I should say. Just gonna add a little thing with the OITs. OITs I believe are doing pretty good. I like the batch we have right now. Pandemic did a phenomenal job working with his ETOs and OIs, picking those guys out, getting them to host, and bringing some new members into CO. So props to him for that. And lastly, before I kind of sign off here and we do the questionnaire with the stage, IA, they're doing pretty good. It's a bigger department that is definitely always can be worked on, always has work to do. It's one thing that me and Wyvern definitely talked about, are updating the rulebook. I believe the last time the doc was checked and updated, from my knowledge, was about 2-3 years ago. That's when I joined the faction, and I was just barely a freshman. So yeah, it's been a while. But besides that, hopefully we'll get those rules checked, some new ones added, due to more rules and overall strictness because of how much we've had to crack down based on some updated PO5 rules. Obviously we want to be an official faction with them and have no trouble with that, so we can continue our joint operation stuff and overall recruitment from that server there. But overall moderation, Strawn is doing really good. I really like Strawn. Yeah, I think he is he's chilling there. We've recently did mod applications. We got some new guys from what I saw. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me quickly just check over here. Let me look at roadmaps a little bit. We got community engagement posted, BAC, BOW, BSC, Wyverns roadmap, pandemics, epics, and NCOs have all been posted, so you guys can always check those out. If there's a roadmap you're missing or that you want to see, hit that Highcom up themselves or that leader. But these are definitely some of the bigger roadmaps we wanted posted due to the IA. FA is one of them I wanted posted, but we were unable to get that. But just know, definitely more joint operations. That is definitely one thing I want. But yeah, I think that is about it for overall for my video. I'm gonna quickly end it. Hope you guys enjoyed watching that Sea of Thieves gameplay. Obviously the guys on the stage here don't see that, but that is about it. Any questions, DM me, or any other Highcom, I'm always available. And that is it.